So that Gilbert and Mitchell Racing Barnes Auto Service number 5 looks to make his all-time 36th start in the Halloween 200 this afternoon. Hawk Herod Adams, here we are. Legend Series begin to stage now. Hawk Herod Adams, this is their championship day.
Yes, it is. We're still deciding all the point standings for the season this weekend. We crowned some champions yesterday. We're going to do it right now here in the Legends. Xavier King is the guy to watch. In the 84, he leads the points, 567. The 24, Johnny Weaver, is second, 552. So he is the man that can catch him. Eddie Fosnight is also third at 516. So we'll keep an eye on that as we roll along as they continue to get the field lined up for our first event. The Diesel Boys Race Parts Legends.
Starting lineup looks like this, of course, in the A feature for the Legend Series. Starting P1 going to be John Robbins in the number 19. Outside, Jacob Bradley in the number 13 machine. Inside row number 2 going third. It'll be the TJ Moon, number 46. Outside, your points leader, the number 84, Xavier King. Inside row number 3, starting 5th, going to be the 24W of Johnny Weaver. Outside, going to be Clayton Bohannon's number 33. Inside row number 4 will be the 7th starter. This will be Hunter Willis in the number 9W. Outside, Eddie Fosnight, the number 8. Inside row number 5, starting 9th, going to be Corey Adams in the Yellow Buddy Motorsports number 59. Outside, Matthew Benzenbauer in the 01. Starting 11th tonight, going to be the 315 of Levi Hargraves. Outside, going to be James Vanover's number 9V. And then looking on back, 13th starting spot goes to the number 53 is Zachariah Brady. To his outside, going to be Chad Willis in the number 17. Starting 15th tonight, going to be Nathan Arthur in the number 81. Outside, 2S of Cody Bauer. Then looking on back, 17th starter, going to be the 94V of Douglas Vanover. And to his outside, Jack Receiver in the number 84R. Looking at the last 2 rows, starting 19th, going to be the 19K of Ryan Krugler. Outside, going to be Elvin Acree in the number 23, and riding shotgun, the number 26 of Tyler Lawton. This is your starting lineup. Hawk Herod Adams going to be fun to watch on the almost 0-degree banking here on the Intertrack quarter mile here at Salem Speedway.
Yes, sir. Getting ready to roll them out here. This is scheduled for 30 laps or 30 minutes. We already had a couple casualties earlier in practice and qualifying. I already got one little bit of issue with one car now. He's going to try to get back into line where he needs to be. But yeah, I believe the invert was a 5 here because your fast qualifier, Johnny Weaver, starting back there in 5th. Had a good run here today. A lot of good heavy hitters up front there, of course. Front row, John Robbins in the 19, Jacob Bradley in the 13, TJ Moon in the 46, Xavier King in the 84. Johnny Weaver in the 24 and Clayton Bohannon in the 33. We'll watch those top 3 rows. As I said, it is a tough one to pass on this quarter mile on the infield here at Salem Speedway. We'll see what happens here. We'll get ready to go green here in just a moment.
Yeah, you look at the engine specs, a lot of questions. They do run a Yamaha FZ09 engine. Of course, they are follow modifications by the U.S. Legend Car Engine Shop. They can crank up to 135 horsepower. So these are all sealed engines, of course. They usually run by the iNext rules down in Charlotte and Atlanta, but the FZ09 cranking 135 horsepower in these Legend Yamaha engines.
And they're getting ready to crank these things up. I think maybe one more time around. We'll see if we can turn them loose. Yes, indeed. One more time around. We'll go green flag, our first green flag action of the afternoon here. Sunday, beautiful afternoon here for some racing here at Salem Speedway, fueled by the Hoosier Lottery. Good everybody could be here. We had a good crowd yesterday, another great crowd here today.
Here we go, 2x2 down the back straightaway. The first green flag of the afternoon set to fly. John Robbins off turn number 4 will lead us to the green flag. Great car count of Legend Series cars here today, and we are underway with the first event of the day. John Robbins leads us to the green flag.
And into turns 1 they go. John Robbins with the advantage on the inside does take the lead. Bradley goes back and said we got some cars getting together in turns 1 and 2. Got 3 cars together, so we got a caution right away. First lap, first turn. So we have not only a caution but a red flag condition here on lap 1.
As long as we don't have as many red flags as we had in the Spooky 200 last night, I will be okay.
I don't think we have to worry about that, Will. The Spooky 200 is its own little beast.
Yeah, no doubt about it. But, yeah, tough break for these Legend Series cars down in turns 1 and 2 as the Eddie Gilstrap Motors and the safety team presented by Safety Clean goes down to turn 1 and 2, getting their start early here this afternoon.
Yeah, they've been pretty busy all weekend, so kind of par for the course for those guys. They understand the situation, so they're taking a look. They got a couple cars look like hooked together there. I think Cody Bullock in the 1. If you're watching at home on SalemSpeedway.tv, you'll see the replay there of a couple cars. One car got a little sideways, and then a couple other ones had nowhere to go. So they'll try to get those 2 cars pulled apart. And it looks like we'll probably end up having a complete restart on this one.
Yeah, it looks like a total restart. And while we have a minute, of course, we're going to try to nail out some of these Halloween 200 lap sponsors. We don't want to forget about any of those. I mean, making it possible for these drivers to pick up some more bonus money. Lap number 11 going to come in memory of Bruce Howard in the number $20 bill there. A lot of these are 20. Some gave 50. Some gave different amounts. So we appreciate each and every one of you contributions out there. Now, Kelly Trucking, lap 12 and 13. Hudson Machine Shop, lap 14. 15 goes to Kelly Trucking. 16, Heath Helton Racing. 17th lap, B&R Racing Engines. Chandler's Garage in the number 18 spot. 19th lap going to be in memory of Donald Hudson. Scott Caudill gave 50 for lap number 20 in memory, of course, Scott Caudill, Jeff Caudill, his brother. So we miss Scott daily and hate that he's not here this weekend with us. Lap 21 going to be in memory of a competitor here at a former competitor in the Halloween, member of Johnny Colzart, lap number 21. Lap 22, Kelly Trucking. 23, Solar Control Window Tinting. And Roxy Russellberg, lap 24, and A&N Transport, lap 25. So those are 25 lap sponsors. We appreciate each and every one of your contributions. And also, don't forget, Chucky Barnes Jr. picked up that $200 bonus for Fast Qualifier by the Broken Tees. So a little bit of bonus money there for the number 44 team.
Yeah, I appreciate all the sponsors there. We'll be going through those a little bit off and on as we have time here throughout the day. When we have some breaks, we see they finally got those 2 cars pulled apart right there, so we should be able to get everybody lined back up and go back green here in a little bit. We'll clean up any debris we got over there. I don't think we have a whole lot.
Don't forget, race fans, down to the main concourse, State Farm agent Jason Wade sponsored concession stand down there has all of the food. 6 Scoops ice cream down there as well. Broken Tee, like we talked about, has the ARCA car simulator and a lot of their merchandise down there. The beer booth is open for ages 21 plus back there in the main concourse. And we can't talk about it enough, the 2024 Halloween 200 and Spooky 200 merchandise on display down there. Make sure you get one of those cool souvenir shirts. Always great. We love racing shirts. It has the winners throughout the years. And talking about the winners, coming into today, looking at the former winners, the first winner of the inaugural Halloween 200 was Jeff Chu in 1989. Year I was born, by the way. 1990, Dan Banker, who is from Iowa, he is in attendance today. So good to see Dan Banker back here with us. And we talked about it. 1999, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2005, 7, 8, and 9. How about that? 8 victories for Chuck Barnes Sr. in the Halloween 200. And he is making his all-time 36th start in the 36th running. How about that? Making all 36 races.
I tell you what, he's seen it all. This race has changed over the years. We talked about that before. The Spooky 200 kind of reminds you of the old days. The Chuck Barnes Sr. is right there in the middle of all that. He is still going strong.
We were talking about a lot of the officials earlier. A lot of people were complaining about the Spooky 200. But, just like Chuck Barnes Sr. told me, he goes, Will, back in the day when we didn't have social media, don't forget the 101 car to the street stocks, we didn't make it one lap. So we just didn't have social media to talk about it. So there you go. So, you got to think about it. Still a great night last night. We knew there was going to be carnage, but although great to see 80-plus cars out there.
Yeah, it was an awesome sight, and, you didn't know what to expect, and we did get the unexpected. There was all kinds of carnage going on, but a lot of good racing, too. There was a lot of competition in those Crown Vics. And it was a really awesome race.
It was. And next year, don't get me wrong, they are going to change up the format. It needs to happen. Don't get me wrong. So, but still, phenomenal weekend here at Salem Speedway as the Legend cars begin to pull away on the Speedway 2 by 2. So we're going to try this again. Total restart, Harold Adams.
Yeah, I think they got everybody ready to go here. Shouldn't take too long to get everybody back together here and go back green flag racing. Complete restart. Although one lap being shown on the board. But we'll double it up again that we talked about on this short track. Really hard to pass on that outside. So you want to stay to the inside if all possible. One more time here. We'll go back green again. That's what race officials are saying right now. So John Robbins on that pole. Jacob Bradley on the outside. We'll see if Jacob Bradley has anything on this restart. Going to have a good start on that outside. You don't want to get hung out to dry. So looking good here right now. We'll be looking to go green this time around. As they pick up speed now, coming around to turns 3 and 4, looking for the green flag. And there it is, green flag waves. And John Robbins with a really good start going into 1.
Yeah, John Robbins, good start there, number 19. Oh, he gets out of the groove just a little bit. Going to open up the door for the number 46 machine of TJ Moon. Now he goes to the inside. He overtakes the number 1 spot. As it looks right now, TJ Moon, Harold Adams going to come around and lead lap number 1.
Yeah, a really good move there by the 46, TJ Moon. We talked about how fast he was earlier. And there's some contact up front. Weaver getting into Bradley, spins him around. The caution's going to come out. A lot of contact down there in 1 and 2.
And officially 1 lap in the books, and he was up there running towards the front in the number 13, Jacob Bradley. Not going to be happy there in that Legend Series car.
Yeah, that was Weaver in the 24 that came in really hot in that turn there. Got a hold of the 13, spun him around. So we'll see what the lineup is after this.
So yes, indeed. You know, we talk about the inner track here. There's almost 0-degree banking, and it's easy to do that with the Legend Series cars. I mean, you see the front and back bumper on these INEX Series sanctioned cars. Of course, they have that. You have to bump, you have to pass, and we talked about a lot yesterday about how the fall off is. You need almost like some turtles or whatever they're looking at to put around the inside, if you will.
Yeah, they get down low on those turns on that inner track, and as dry as it has been, there's a lot of dust.
So they are sending the number 24 to the tail end from spinning him. So the number 24 will go to the tail end with him, as just got the word from race control. So as you see, he is out of the groove. He will slip on back to the tail end.
And Will, that is kind of important implications as far as the point standings go. Remember, this is their season championship. Xavier King in the 84 is your points leader. Running second was Johnny Weaver in the 24. Now, that him going to the tail really puts him behind the 8 ball.
No doubt. So right now, you have TJ Moon, John Robbins, and Clayton Bohannon in the number 33 machine. This will be the choose. Yes, we do go by the choose on the inner track, too. You see TJ Moon, John Robbins, and it looked like Clayton Bohannon going to take the inside. How about your points leader, Xavier King, going to choose the outside?
Yep, he's going to go ahead and try it. He was running 5th there, so he thought, well, why not try to get up there on the outside? If he can't get the jump on TJ Moon, he'll try to duck in behind him, and he'll move up 3 spots.
Going to be 1 to go at the line for the restart. 1 lap officially. Looks like 4 actually on the board. 1 lap complete. So, yes, we thought about that. We're like 4, but not accurate there once my race pass kicks back in. So 1 lap complete. 24 laps remain. So going to be a good one. The top 3 cars chose the inside. It was probably a good choice. But now we've seen here in the past Xavier King, former mini late model champion at the Speedrome, and a Legend Series champion, and trying to clinch the Salem Speedway Legend Series championship this year. So he's made the outside work before. Here we go, Huck.
All right, they're coming around here now. Turns 3 and 4, looking for the green, looking good so far. Now there goes TJ Moon jumping out a little quick. All right, TJ Moon with a good start there. He is your leader. Robbins sails into second. There's Xavier King now, 3rd. Clayton Bohannon, 4th.
Corey Adams goes around now. He keeps that car moving. He is still rolling, so we stay green flag. So Corey Adams, number 59, the Yao Letty Motorsports entry. So exiting turns number 4, TJ Moon still up front. John Robbins in second, and Xavier King goes third. Clayton Bohannon in that 4th spot. And looking on back, Eddie Foss-Knight moves to the number 5 spot.
And your leaders coming around to complete lap number 4. TJ Moon coming up on the 59 of Corey Adams. He'll go high for your leaders. Let him through there. But at 46, TJ Moon really looking strong out there here today.
Yes, he is. We haven't seen TJ Moon race here as of late. So good to see the number 46 with us today. Right now he holds about little over a half a second advantage over second place John Robbins right now as we look. As here comes Eddie Foss-Knight on the inside as you see the lap car of Corey Adams out of the groove, out of the way.
6 laps complete now on the board. Single file your leaders up front. But TJ Moon really looking strong in the 46, and John Robbins also having a good run. He's in a comfortable second.
And there you see the battle on your screen right now. If you're watching at home on SalemSpeedway.tv, Clayton Bohannon trying to hold on to that number 4 spot, but he has the number 8 of Eddie Foss-Knight all over the rear end of that Legend Series car.
Also got back there in 6th place. And we got a caution, got a car spun around there in turn 4 to 23. Elvin Acree in the 23, sitting down there halfway down in the grass in turn 4, so another caution flag coming out. 8 laps being shown on the board at this time. And you see he's got that thing going there, so he'll need no help from the track officials. They'll go over and make sure everything is good. I think everything looks good over there, so we just need to get this thing lined back up and go back green again. 8 laps down out of 30.
So making sure the lineup is correct. Getting ready for another choose. This will be 2 to go and choose, 2 to go and choose from race control this time. So here we go, Hawk. We see this a lot in a different variations of race series and different divisions, how this always helps. And look, the first person to take the outside is the number 3.
Well, it looks like
Xavier King took
jumped
that.
in there, so we'll see if that sticks or not. I think there might be a little bit of confusion right there.
Yeah, it was confusing for us here in the booth as well, watching it all in play. But there you see the number 315 backs up a little bit, just like we thought. As you saw, one of the cars kind of took that position before the one did. So here we go. 1 to go at the line. All the lineup is situated. So here we go. How aggressive will Xavier King be on that front row outside?
Yeah, he'll need to be very aggressive, but he don't want to lose too many spots. You know, he's trying to get that points championship. Basically, we were talking, he just needs to stay ahead of the 24. Johnny Weaver, and he'll get that championship. But he really just needs to finish and finish decent. So he doesn't want to take any chances up there, but he'd love to get that checkered flag here again today to top things off.
Well, here we go. Another restart for TJ Moon's number 46. He had just over a half a second advantage from John Robbins, number 19. Here we go. They go into turns number 3 and 4, getting ready for the restart. And yes, good restart. We are underway.
And a really good start for 46, TJ Moon, but Xavier King got what he wanted. He went right up there to second, so he'll be happy right there with John Robbins behind him. We're side by side for 4th, Clayton Bohannon on the inside. I believe that's Eddie Foss-Knight. Or excuse, that's Matthew Benzenbauer hanging up on the outside in the 01. Now he's starting to slip back. There's Foss-Knight getting him on the inside.
Foss-Knight all over the back end of the number 33 of Clayton Bohannon, trying to get up to him. As down the front straightaway. Oh, and one car, Jordan Weaver yet again into the number 8 of Foss-Knight. Well, let's see what happens with race control on this one.
Yeah, I didn't quite catch that one. We'll see if we can get the replay here in a minute on SalemSpeedway.tv.
So, man, Eddie Fosnight up there battling in the top 5.
You see, he gets that thing fired up and gets going down there, testing that thing out. I know he can't be real happy about that in that car right now.
So getting the lineup situated as we await another restart here in the Legends Series, being sponsored this year by Diesel Boys Karts Race Car Parts. Appreciate Brandon Hooker and all he does in sponsorships for Salem Speedway and many forms of racing. So looking at the lap sponsors for the Halloween 200, Ryder Russellberg Wrestling, lap 26, 27, 28 in memory of Donald Hudson. 29, D&J Auto Parts has lap 30 and 31, Debbie Baines 32. And D&J also has lap 33, 34, and 35. Chandler's Garage 36, Rice Contracting 37 in memory of Sharon Ware, Artie Ware Racing 38. Troy Phillips 39. Lap 40, Mary Kay Wayne Anderson 41, Rice Contracting, and they have 41, 42, and 43. All-Star Truck Repair 44, Spec Racing Engines 45, Salem Speedway Faithful 46, 47, Trump 2024, 48 K&R, 49 K&R, and Black Belt Racing lap number 50. And that is 50 of the 200 as we see the one-to-go signal, Hawk Garrett Adams.
Yeah, they did the choose cone last lap. TJ Moon still on the pole. Well, we see the 01, Matthew Benzenbauer has taken that outside groove and has moved all the way up. Next to your leader, Xavier King on the inside of row 2. And Johnny Weaver now on the outside of row 2. So your points leaders 1 and 2 are right there together now in row 2. So as they go down the backstretch into turns 3 and 4, 9 laps being shown on the board out of 30. We'll look to go green this time around. And once again, TJ Moon with a really good start. Jumps out into the lead. Xavier King right there with him. Benzenbauer in the 01 is hung up on the outside. Let's see if he can get down in front of Robbins, and he does do that. Robbins settles back in the 4th. They're side by side back there for 5th. Johnny Weaver losing a lot of spots now.
Yes, indeed. Clayton Bohannon on the inside now. Johnny Weaver's number 24. You don't want to be hung up on the outside. Oh, TJ Moon, something going on with that. Don't know if he lost power, but something went right on that number 46 machine, and he goes from first all the way to the tail end.
Yeah, that thing really shutting down, and it has shut down between turns 3 and 4. So a terrible, terrible situation there for the 46.
Wow, it looks like he is running again. So lost power on that number 46, was pretty much walking away with that one. Xavier King all over the back end, but that's going to be your beneficiary. Xavier King, your current points leader.
And we'll see now if the 46 is going to go to the pit area, if he's just going to go into the tail of the field. But there he goes. He's going off the track, so he is out of the event.
11 laps of the 25 scheduled, complete on the Salem Speedway scoreboard. So don't know exactly what went wrong. We saw him kind of go down a little bit on the back straightaway, and entering turns 3 and 4 just went all the way and shut down on him. Looks like he got that car refired. He'll go to this pit area to try to figure it out, but going to be a DNF today here at Salem Speedway.
Yeah, tough break for that young man there. Had such a good run going. But we look up there now on the board, and there's your points leader in the lead, 84, Xavier King. So we'll see what happens the next time around here. If everybody's where they need to be, we'll do the choose cone again. See if who wants to get up there and challenge Xavier King. He's going to be tough to beat out there.
Scrapper drivers, you need to be making final preparations. Scrapper drivers, we have about 30 of you here today. So scrapper drivers, you need to be making final preparations. Possibly looks like the number 46, they're looking underneath of the engine there. Possibly was going to maybe have him come back out, but we see him down there on PNC Pit Road. working on that car. Just don't know exactly what happened. Talking to the driver right now. It's his crew.
Now, as the cars come across here, not quite ready yet for the choose cone lap, so they're still sorting things out. We'll still keep an eye on the 46, see if he's going to try to jump out there, but we're going to go do the choose cone lap this time around. 11 laps being shown on the board. So Xavier King will have the pole. Binzenbauer's going to stay where he's at. Robbins going to stay where he's at. And going on up there next to him, that's Jacob Bradley. Back up where he started at the beginning of the race, 13. He's going to be on the outside of row 1.
Well, here we go. Back to the restart. Xavier King as Johnny Weaver moving up through the field as well. He's on the outside second row as we get ready to come back to the restart. And we are underway. Good start by Xavier King, number 84.
Really good start of Xavier King. And now hung up on the outside, Bradley really lost a lot of momentum right there, slid really high, allowed Johnny Weaver in the 24 to slip under him into third place.
All over the back end, John Robbins to the number 24 of John Weaver. So head on down to turns 1 and 2. Clayton Bohannon going to slip back to the number 6 spot. And Weaver gets a little bit loose. That's going to open up the door for the number 19 to get up behind his bumper again. As they come around turns number 4, and problems through the back. Eddie Fosnight goes around, avoids calamity, and yet another caution flag.
Yeah, Eddie Fosnight, second time getting turned around like that. This time on the other end of the track, but yet another caution. 12 laps being shown on the board. So we'll regroup one more time and get these guys lined back up again. So Xavier King out there in the league wishing they just finish this thing out. He's anxious to win this event and win the points championship. He definitely will if he ends up where he is right now.
Yeah, basically you just got to have a good finish here today. If you're Xavier King right now, you look at it. Xavier King and the 24 of Weaver there, up there. He is second in the point standings, but pretty far back, just about 9 or so points. But right now, all he has to do is make sure he finishes in a good spot. And right now, Xavier King has that position.
And it looks like the Fosnight really not happy over, and he's not happy with a certain driver. And he's pointing up late to the 24, so they're having to hook that machine up to the wrecker. So that thing going to need some help getting off the track. So not a good finish here today for Eddie Fosnight in the 8.
So looking at more of our lap sponsors for today's 36th running of the Halloween 200, D&J Auto Parts has lap 51-52. Black Belt Racing lap number, looking at it, 53. D&J Auto Parts, 54 again. Barnes Auto Service, 55. D&J, again, 56. B&R Race Engines, 57. 58, Spec Racing Engines. K&R, 59. 60, Kelly Trucking. 61, Kickstand Fab. Robert and DJ Dury, lap number 62. Mary Kay. Wayne Anderson, 63. 64, 65, 66, 67, 68, going to be Lonnie Nave Service Company. Michael Angelini in the number 69 spot. Spec Racing Engine, lap 70. Lap 71 going to be Carl Hall and Diz Wilson. K&R is going to have 72 and 73. Bombs Racing 74. Barnes Auto Service 75. Grumpy Old Man Racing, lap number 76. 77 going to be Premier Sanitation. K&R 78. Carl Hall and Diz Wilson 79. Spec Racing Engines, lap number 80. 81 going to be K&R. 82 BHM 00 Fan. K&R lap number 83. Mary Kay Wayne Anderson again with 84. And K&R 85. Hudson Machine Shop, lap number 86. 87, K&R All-Star Truck Repair, 88. K&R 89. 90, Spec Racing Engines. B&R Racing Engines, lap number 91. 92, Mary Kay Wayne Anderson. 93, Embry's Main and Repair, and he'll have lap all the way through 97. CBR Racing, lap number 98. Bear Motorsports, lap number 99. And Transport $50 bonus for lap 100. And that is 100 of your lap bonus sponsors here at Hawk Herod Adams. So we thank everyone for their contributions.
All right, halfway through on the bonuses, so doing good right there, Will. As we try and knock those out a little bit as we have time. And, of course, we've been having a little bit more time we wanted to on this first race, but it is what it is. 12 laps being shown on the board. There is a 30-minute time limit on this, so we might want to start checking on that here in a little bit. Haven't really thought about that too much, but they're doing a choose cone now. You see Johnny Weaver. He said, yeah, I'll take that outside. I'll challenge Xavier King. So your top two guys in points on that front row now. Get ready to start again.
So here we go. Xavier King set to lead us to the green flag off turn 4 for yet another restart, just about the halfway point. Xavier King on that front row, and your guy second in points outside front row. Here we go. Xavier King leads us back to the green flag.
And into turns 1 and 2 they go. It is Xavier King with the lead. Johnny Weaver settles in right behind him second. First and second right there. Benzenbauer in third, Robbins fourth.
Now Clayton Bohannon's trying to go on the inside of Jacob Bradley's number 13, trying to break into that top 5. As you see the number 33 on the inside, drag race for that position down the back straightaway. John Robbins right there in fourth, so Clayton Bohannon gets to the top 5 now as one car goes way up out of the groove, going to allow John Robbins to pass for that third spot.
Yeah, a little bit of contact. Robbins got into the back end of Benzenbauer, got him loose there, got underneath him. There goes Clayton Bohannon now up into fourth.
Clayton Bohannon now not done there. He's going to go to fourth right now on the inside as one car tries to get into the groove, but he is out of the groove, and he's going to fall all the way back. But a 2-car breakaway, your top 2 in points right now heading off down the back straightaway.
Yeah, definitely showing their dominance right now, first and second. On back there, Robbins by himself, third. But you see Weaver now putting a lot of pressure on Xavier King, and Xavier King goes wide, allowing Weaver up into the lead. Your new leader, the 24, Johnny Weaver.
Johnny Weaver up front now. Now all he has to do, the 84, is just stay clean and green and try to clinch that championship. As 17 laps on the board, 3 laps shy of just 5 laps to go here in the Diesel Boys Race Parts Legends Series. As good battle for the number 4 spot right now all over the back end. Jacob Bradley of Clayton Bohannon's number 33. He moves out of the groove. Now going to allow the number 13 to come the inside as head on down the front straightaway into turns number 1 and 2. Right now, 3-car breakaway, Johnny Weaver, Xavier King, and John Robbins.
As they come across the stripe, completing lap number 19, it is Johnny Weaver now, looking really strong in that 24. Xavier King second, Robbins third. Bradley is fourth, and Bohannon fifth right now. 5 laps to go this time around. This is a 30-lap feature, so we should have 10 laps to go now. Still 10 laps to go in this event.
Elvin Acrees, number 23, goes around. Yes, indeed, being championship day, it will be a 30-lap contest. So we'll see how they are on time upstairs. Don't forget, 30 laps or 30 minutes. So tough break for Elvin Acree, number 23, as you see 20 laps on the scoreboard. Right now, looking at the point series in this race, of course, Xavier King, the 84, we can't talk about it enough. That is a big day for that driver, 567 points. Now, Johnny Weaver is second in the points, but he's 552 points. So basically, all they have to do is if they finish 1-2 just like that, Xavier King should have the points no problem. We talk about the success of Xavier King. Indianapolis Speedrome picked up the Mini Late Model Championship, picked up a Legend Series win there in the championship standings. Comes down here and trying to clinch a Salem Speedway Championship.
Yeah, and also he actually jumped in a Crown Vic last night for the Spooky 200. I think it might have been the first time or second time he's in a Crown Vic, and stayed out of trouble and got a pretty good finish. So he's trying out some different things, and a very talented young man right there.
Coming to go 1 to go and choose next time by. 1 to go and choose. Now 10 laps to go. Once they go back to the restart. Now what is Xavier King going to do? Inside or out? I got a hunch he's going to choose that inside. But we've seen him do some risky stuff before. Maybe he has to challenge on the outside. We'll see what happens here.
My guess he's going to stay on the inside because it seems like he's trying to play it safe right now. He felt earlier Johnny Weaver was the faster car, was right on his bumper. He sort of let him go there. He didn't want to do a lot of aggressive racing. So yeah, he does stay on the inside as Jacob Bradley in 13 will take that outside front row.
Yeah, Jacob Bradley thought for a second Johnny Weaver's going to choose the outside. I was like, why would you do that? So here we go. Getting ready and set to go yet again for the restart. Could be the most important one of the day. Johnny Weaver leads the green flag. Xavier King going to go inside. Let's see what Jacob Bradley could do. A lot of aggression going to pick up front. Here we go.
All right, Weaver is your leader. Bradley on the outside trying to hang on with Xavier King and John Robbins. Going to be tough out there. Jacob Bradley does settle into third in front of Robbins, putting Robbins back to fourth. Clayton Bohannon running fifth.
Yes, indeed. He's been about top 5 all afternoon long in this Legend Series race. But right now, Johnny Weaver, Xavier King, Jacob Bradley, your top 3. John Robbins, Clayton Bohannon rounds out your top 5. Looking on back from there, Hunter Willis in that 6th spot. Chad Willis goes 7th. Corey Adams 8th. Nathan Arthur 9th. Matthew Benzenbauer goes 10th. Zachariah Brady goes 11th. 12th, James Vanover. 13th, Douglas Vanover. Ryan Krugler 14th. And Jack Receiver rounds out your top 15 cars right now with 23 on the board.
Yes, 7 laps remain in this event as they go on single file, spreading out nicely now. So everybody just trying to settle in, finish this thing out. Johnny Weaver has really looked strong out there and aggressive here in this event. He finds himself out in the lead right now. That's where he wants to stay.
And Xavier King, like you've talked about, like you alluded to, just trying to stay out of trouble right now. Right now, he has clinched the 2024 points series if we end like we do now, with 5 laps to go around the quarter mile here at Salem Speedway. So right now, 3 laps to go as one car goes around Elvin Acree, and I believe we're going to have possibly another caution flag on the speedway, and yes, we do. Almost there, 3 laps to go. Tough break continues for Elvin Acree, number 23. As they're going to stop up in turns number 4. Scrapper drivers, you need to be making your way. I see a lot of you staged over there in the infield parking area.
Check 1, 2.
As Hawk Harold Adams gets ready to go down and interview, he'll handle the interviews for this and the scrappers. I'll get the Halloween 200 interviews after that for post-race. So here we go, lined up and ready to go. As scrapper cars begin to set 30 to start that next event coming up here shortly. It's going to be 25 laps for the scrapper division, sponsored by Red Ball Recycling. So right now, looking at it, John Weaver in that number 24, 84 Xavier King, and Jacob Bradley. It'll be coming to one to go and choose next time by. So one to go this time from Barry Schmidtley down upon the flag stand in the quarter mile. As Johnny Weaver, Xavier King, Jacob Bradley, John Robbins, and Clayton Bohannon, your top 5. A lot of guys taking the outside as you see them moving up, trying to gain position. And that's going to hurt Clayton Bohannon's number 33 as he's going to be pushed back. So yellow flag going to be kept out. So you can see the reason why a lot of those guys up there shuffling, thinking they chose first or whatnot. So once the lineup is worked out, as you see Corey Adams, number 59, beside the number 17, having a little disagreement about positions. And so they are sending the number 59 to the tail, so he did not commit and stay in his lane after he chose. So the number 59 of Corey Adams is going to be told to go to the tail end. So that is the word from race control. Coming to one to go this time by. So 2 by 2, the one to go signal. Here we go. We're going to try to finish this one out. 3-lap shootout here at the inner track here at Salem Speedway. Johnny Weaver, Xavier King, everyone stacking up now on the back straightaway. And looks like the number 17 shut down, so yellow flag going to come back out as he gets that car refired again. So the number 17 machine, Chad Willis, gets that number 17 refired. Going to be one to go. We're going to try it again here in the Diesel Boys Race Parts Legends Series. Coming up next is going to be the Scrappers, and then we'll begin lining up the Halloween 200 cars for their main event. Out-of-car intros coming up a little bit later on this afternoon. 2 by 2. Here we go down the back straightaway. 27 laps officially on the board. 30 is the scheduled distance here this afternoon for the Legend Series Championship race. And off turn number 4, here we go. Johnny Weaver leads us to the green flag. And once again, chaos pursues as John Robbins and the number 9, Hunter Willis, goes into the inside retaining wall. Then we have another one over in turns 1 and 2. So calamity here today in the Legend Series. So looking at, of course, try to get some of these Halloween 200 lap sponsors away. Black Belt Racing lap 101, 102 going to K&R, Spec Racing Engines 103, D&J Auto Parts 104, Barnes Auto Service 105, and 106 through 109 going to be D&J Auto Parts, 110 Pedley's Garage. K&R has 111, 112 Hudson Machine Shop, K&R 113 in memory of Chris Blessinger, Bear Motorsports, lap number 114. K&R lap number 115, Heath Helton Racing 116, Kelly Trucking has lap 118, 119, Pedley's Garage 120. Kelly Trucking has 121, 122, Cellar Control Window Tinting 123, and B&R Racing Engines 124, and Brett Hudson Motorsports 125. The Salem Speedway safety team presented by Safety Clean down there as John Robbins able to get backfired and continuing in the number 19. So the Wilcox Towing and Recovery Record Service has Hunter Willis on the hook. Trying to get him off the inside wall down there, you can see. The outside retaining wall. Also, don't forget about some of the contingency sponsors here in the Halloween 200. The Strange Oval will award the 5th place finisher in the Halloween 200 with a $550 product certificate. Also, 5-star Race Car Bodies Hard Charger Award. The driver advancing the most positions from their scheduled starting position will be awarded a $75 product certificate from 5-star Race Car Bodies. Holly Performance Parts will award the 1st, 5th, and 10th place finishers in the Halloween 200 with a $50 product certificate. Also, Pro Shocks will award the winner of the Halloween 200 with a $100 product certificate. Cop Cams will award a $75 product certificate to the 3rd place and 6th place finisher in the Halloween 200. And TCI Automotive will award a $50 product certificate to the winner and a $25 product certificate to the 2nd place in the Halloween 200. Quartermaster will award the 3rd place finisher in the Halloween 200. Will be a $100 product certificate. And All-Star Performance, Edelbrock, and Black Belt Racing. Race fans, this is now, next flag will end this race, and it will be a single file restart. Well, you're all thinking what I'm thinking up here in the press box. Man, how about that? Hey, it was a long one last night. I could go on and end this one. No, just kidding. All right, nobody come after me. All right, so getting ready and set to go. Single file restart coming up. The next flag will officially end this one out here this afternoon. So, here we go. 3 laps officially to go. Single file restart. Next flag will end the race. So here we go. Jordan Weaver, Xavier King, Jacob Bradley, Clayton Bohannon, and Chad Willis, your top 5. So here we go, back to the restart off turn number 4, and we are underway. So down the back straightaway, single file, everyone gets through. Coming to the 2 to go signal, this time by 2 more laps around the quarter mile. So we have finally reached the white flag in the Legends Series. One more lap around for Johnny Weaver and the number 24. Xavier King running out of time right now. Final time down the back straightaway. They'll enter turns number 3 and 4. And right around turns number 4, it'll be Johnny Weaver picking up the win, followed by Xavier King and Jacob Bradley. Going to round out your top 3. And the 84 officially crowned the 2024 Diesel Boys Race Parts Legends Series champion. And congratulations, Johnny Weaver finished 2nd in the points and picks up a victory here to end the 2024 season for them here at Salem Speedway. Hawk Harold Adams going to cover the interviews for this and the scrappers, and I'll have the post-race for the Halloween 200 coming up a little bit later on. So with that being said, I'm going to send it down to Mr. Hawk Harold Adams.
All right, thanks, Will. Top 3 over here and our points champion. Have a word with these gentlemen. See these cars pulling up here to victory lane here now. Get these guys up out of the car. sure these guys are glad to get that race over with as well. Long time in the car, especially Xavier King, just hoping everything stays together, which it did. Got himself a good finish in the points championship. You see Johnny Weaver now pulled into position. Into victory lane here. The winner of the Diesel Boys race parts feature. We'll get him up out of the car here. There he is. He can hear you now. How about a hand for Johnny Weaver? We'll go ahead and get a word here with Johnny here. He gets his stuff here off and have a word and see what he thought about that event here today. Johnny, you looked like you had a really strong race car here. I know you were hoping for that points championship, but Xavier was right there. But I tell you what, you had a good, strong run. You got the checkered flag here today. Good, strong run today and all season, really.
Gotcha. Thank you. By the way, I appreciate the kind words. Well done to Xavier on the championship. They've done a great job all year. They deserve full credit for being up top 3 every single freaking weekend. Is kind of annoying at this point. But, yeah. And then I also like to apologize to TJ, I think I hit him. That was on me. I don't know where he is, but that was completely on me. I just misjudged the braking zone. But, yeah, that won't happen again. I'd like to also thank my crew. I have the best crew. I think I'm very, very privileged to be out here and race every single weekend and do what I love. And I have some great, great people around me. I'd like to thank some of those people. I'd like to thank, obviously, my parents, my mom, my dad, then my girlfriend, and then my friend Brian and David. And I'd like to thank my grandparents as well. Yeah, and Max for not rating me out of the way this time. And up there over there in the stands, you can't miss the bright neon shirt guy right there. But, yeah, I'd like to thank Tim Brockhouse, Jason Wedderburn, Nick Pistone, Austin Belmier for the badass gear, just everything. I'm very, very blessed, very, very privileged to be, having a quick car every single weekend. So thank you also to the fans for coming out. I appreciate you guys. Have a great, great winter, okay, everyone?
There you have it. Took care of the whole interview himself. How about it? Johnny Weaver with the win today into 24. All right, let's see if we got, is this Jacob Bradley here? Where's Jacob Bradley? Let's go ahead and get Jacob Bradley over here. Finishing third here, getting a podium finish. Good, strong run. I'm not sure if we've seen you here before at Salem Speedway before. A heck of a run there. Good showing in that 13 machine today.
Thank you. First time here, brand new race car. I built it for Brandon Hooker with Diesel Boys, and he didn't want to run it, and he let me run it. So huge thanks to him for giving me a car. I'd like to thank my mom, my dad, Redhead Racing, Race Wraps, Diesel Boys, EJ coming out and running with me this week. Unfortunately, something broke on his car, but he was fast. It would have been fun racing with him up front.
All right, there you have it. A good run there for the number 13, Bradley. All right. All right, let's get the 84 driver over here. Here he comes. Finishing second in today's race, but you got that points championship, Xavier. I tell you what, there's no doubt in my mind you were points racing today. You wanted that win, but you didn't want to mix it up too much and cause any kind of trouble. You played it safe, but it had a good, strong run nonetheless.
Yeah, I want to say congrats to Weaver on the win. It sucked points racing. You don't want to take too many cautions or too many crazy moves, so you just kind of try to ride and just survive, and that's what we did today. So super stoked to get the championship, and just got to thank Robbins Racing, Ferguson Brothers Construction, John Robbins, Scott, Bugs, Cody, my girlfriend, my mom, everyone who's come and helped us out today. I really appreciate it.
There you have it, your champion for 2024 in the Legends, number 84.